which film you're from.
Okay, cool. I'm Sam Lee, and I wrote, directed, and also acted in Anastasia.
We'll stay with Sam.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, Sam, what I liked about the film, of course, the acting, the editing, but it really captures your passion of storytelling. You know, that's your true passion in addition to being an actor, director, writer. But kind of elaborate on that, how that helped, enhanced, or was it a challenge with this film of your passion of storytelling as a person?
Yeah, I think it definitely. I felt like with acting background, it helped me write the story in a way that I don't think I would have ever wrote it if I didn't have acting background, because it just made me realize how important like every line in the script really was, and how to create basically subtext and how to give the film, I guess, an emotion in a way, and how to create drama and how to have, you know, like comedic moments that are very similar in real life, even though the film is a drama as well.
Questions from the audience? This is Chen, by the way, a big supporter of AOF. He's a LA actor that supports us, and we invite any volunteers at any time to help us.
That was a great piece, by the way. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
In regards to casting, I've asked this to a few other filmmakers. I noticed that it was two friends, Asian males, going for like a non-Asian female. Just in regards to just like society and commentary right now, was that purposely casted that way, or it was just all strictly by talent? Were you looking for that?
Well, the producer that I was working with that really wanted to make the film with me was like, so the guy you saw in the film, that's literally him. Like, he's just playing himself, and it's really silly, and some of the dialogue that we wrote is dialogue that we've had before, and so I think that's why it comes off in a way so natural and so realistic, because it's just literally his life. But in terms of talent, there's this running joke that he just crushes on Latina girls. So he was like, Sam, just get a Latina actress, like just find a Latina. And I was like, all right, man, I'll pull my strings. And then, yeah, no, just kidding. But not really. He actually did want to get like a Latina actress, but we originally wanted to go with someone else who had more acting background. Unfortunately, just scheduling, and we were just in college, and it was a super low budget, and so, you know, we just went with what we could get. But yeah, thank you.
Oh, very cool, very meta of you. That was fun. Thank you.
Any other questions? Where'd you film?
Oh, that was all filmed at a UCR. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Except for the
Thought so.
the house scenes was actually in our garage.
And any problems filming on campus? The outdoor courtyard where you guys had a little scruffle, a little rumble.
Yeah, no, there was it was just like such a crazy shoot because we shot the whole thing in a day, and
Really?
yeah, it was insane. We were filming the night scenes like at like 11 a.m. like the part where it was like the parties we were filming in the morning. Yeah, parking was terrible too. We didn't have parking passes, and I mean, it was the best and worst day of my life that day. Yeah.
12-hour shoot or?
Yeah, I think a little somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Any other questions? Okay, let's give Sam and Anastasia a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. And we'll head to stage left. Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Okay, I'm Yi Yan. I'm the writer-director of One May.
Give a round of applause, everybody. And we'll open up to the audience.
Thank you. He's giving me my exercise for the day.
Stay up there. It's easier going down.
In regards to the female character, I noticed like right off the bat she had very distinct makeup. Like I wasn't sure if you're going specifically for like a China doll kind of look. Could you elaborate, please?
In the beginning we have like several plans. We try to make her as similar as to a mannequin, and also like keep her original look as the formal female character. Because of the budget, so this is the final look that we can have. But our intention is to make her more like similar between the character and the mannequin.
Okay, no, that was really neat because I wasn't sure if it was like some kind of like social commentary in regards to like Asian women being seen as like very like servile, and I wasn't sure if it was like a play on that kind of
Okay.
thought.
For the mannequin character, to me, I feel like for a newborn woman, like which she is not accessory for a man or a servant to the family. As a newborn woman, how she found her identity in a relationship. So I sort of have this kind of idea to find like a woman, let the woman find her identity in a relationship in like current days.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was really neat because it set up that kind of tone, and then for her to make like a complete 180 and almost create her own lover in like that second mannequin. So that was really great. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is your piece and you wrote it. I don't know what horoscope sign you are, but I know you're real cunning. What I was really amazed by, I've never seen this before, of the origami papers floating and how she found out. That was just amazing. The very beyond creative. It was like a chess game, 4 steps ahead. How did you come up with that idea?
To me, this is not a horror story. I feel it's just a cover with the horror coat or fantastic coat. But besides the fancy form under it, I feel it's a romantic love story between normal people. So.
Because normally, with those that are in relationships, you would make those love notes. I love you. Think about you. Like every time you would open a little origami, but it was the complete opposite, and that was almost chilling for me to watch that.
Well,
Very creative.
If you love in an extreme way, it will turn out to be like that.
Very extreme. Let's give Yi a round of applause for one line. And let's go to our next filmmakers. Go ahead and introduce yourself and your film.
I'm Baldwin Chu, producer for Finding Cleveland, and
I am Larissa Lamb. I am the director and music composer for Finding Cleveland.
The film was extremely moving. It was the most recent one that we saw, and many films have moved me. This one definitely has, and especially when your father was given the Bible. That was one of my most best parts.
Thank you. We didn't plan for it, that's why.
No, and that's why Baldwin's voiceover was saying he's never seen his dad emotional, and coming from an ABC background also, we never see our dads emotional unless they're spanking us, taking the belt or the bamboo stick with us. But
there's actually no emotion in that either.
But we have some fellow actors with AOF who from China and lived in Tennessee. So I'm sure he would. In fact, where's Chen? Where are you, Chen? Yeah, so that's Chen's story. So please connect with Chen later because it's very relative. But questions from the audience of Finding Cleveland.
We have some guests from Tennessee here too.
Wonderful. Raise your hand, Tennessee folks.
Memphis.
Oh, all right. There you go. Got 1 and 2. And
I
this
thought it
is
was a great film. What really got me was the last paragraph that your grandfather actually gave to your dad. I thought that was really moving. I was curious to know what motivated you to make this film.
Yeah, so it was really my daughter, because kind of envious to be able to see her relationship with my dad, and to be like, man, I have no idea how this feeling ever could have been, because I never had a grandfather on either side of the family, mom or dad. So as her relationship grew, and as I saw their relationship grow with each other, it just made me think, man, I have no idea where I'm from. She should at least know where her heritage is from. So we pried my father to get more information about his past, because we had heard rumblings before that, yeah, he was, you know, my grandfather might have been in the U.S., but we had no idea until we pried him some more, and then he finally told us it was in Mississippi, and they were like, whoa, we got to figure this out, and try to figure out where we really came from.
What are the plans right now for the future of Finding Cleveland? What else are you working on?
Thank you for asking, Stephen. We are actually making a longer version of the documentary. There's a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of information that we've discovered since we made that. I mean, this short was really taking, hopefully, people into the 48 hours, or less than 48 hours, that we spent over there on our first trip. And since then, we've uncovered a lot more information, not just about his family, but also just the history of the people, the Chinese people in the South. I mean, I was an ignorant Californian, and I honestly thought we were going to visit his grandfather's gravesite, and he was like the only guy there, you know? And then I ended up uncovering, like, there was a lot more Chinese, and there was a whole population, and it's never talked about in TV or in history books, and, you know, everything is always talked about in black and white, but this is in the midst of segregation. This is the Deep South, and there was a vibrant Chinese population that served both communities. And so I think as a civic history lesson, I felt like it was important to tell more than, you know, just this little slice, but to expand on that. And then, of course, the impact that the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act had, not just in California, but in other parts of the country. Oh yes, people want to find out about the full-length feature. You can follow us at findingcleveland.com. We have social media, website. We're actually going to be starting our crowdfunding campaign shortly to raise money for the longer documentary.